Alright, I just pulled up a beat finished recently. Before I get into anything, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick preview. Here we go. First off, I'm going to show you guys how I mix my beats, gain staging, and that type of thing. Both paid master chains and stock Logic free master. Let's start off with the mix. First thing I do, drag all the volume faders down to negative infinity. The only things I don't bring down in volume are melodies and the 808s and kicks. I'm going to make sure the melody is hitting right around minus 12 dB, give or take. Let's get that going. Perfect, hitting just around minus 12. Make sure that you have a low cut EQ, carve out space for the low end. Now I'm gonna unmute the 808, have it sitting at 0 dB. Let's just see how it sounds. You want to make sure the 808 is just a little bit louder than that melody. Carry like the punch and the foundation of the beat. Start bringing in the rest of the drums one by one. Start with the clap. General rule of thumb is go from highest volume down to lower as you mix these in. The main clap or snare as the loudest, and then the open hat last should be pretty decently quiet. Now I can unmute that kick and layer some of the 808 hits. All the drums in my sound kits, processed, compressed, shaped, tuned. All you need to do is just drag them in and they're pretty much good to go. On that kick, I like to have it just a little bit louder than the 808. Really punches through. So that's how I go about mixing. First thing I do is just solo out the melodies. Make sure that it flows seamlessly between the melody for the hook and into the verse. Pretty seamless, and that's also hitting right around minus 12. We're in good shape. We can go ahead and bring in some of those sound effects now. They're kind of ear candy, but let's bring those in one by one now. Now this perk. And then we just have a little like laser blast. Perks pan left and right to make sure it's symmetrical. One last thing I want to level is the sub bass I have in both the intro and this pre-hook. Not too loud where the melody is overpowered. Now we can jump into the mastering process. Let's get it. My go-to master chain, I start with a 2BQ linear mode, so it's fit for the master channel. Just a tiny bit of low boost and high boost to just kind of bring out some clarity. Sometimes I mess with this drive knob, but usually I keep it around 1. What I like to do is switch between silky and punchy, depending on the beat. Silky sounds better to me. This is going to be the paid mastering chain. The last thing is this T-Rex classic clipper. I strongly recommend picking it up. Well worth it. And after that EQ, that's going to sound like this. This is nothing on the master. It's kind of lacking some life. Add those back on and it sounds like this. And then one more effect I like to bring in on the master, only on certain beats. This stock multi-presser with these settings tends to kind of lead to a cleaner sound overall. Sometimes it tends to squash the dynamics a bit. Let's A/B it on and off, see whether it works for this beat. It sounds the best to me. So now we can jump into solely stock plugins on the master. Recommend you start with this tube EQ as well. Make sure it's on linear mode. And I'm going to show you guys a couple options for stock mastering chains. First one, pull up overdrive. This wave shape here is what you're going to be working with. You want to keep the tone all the way up so it affects the whole frequency range. I turn level compensation off, and the output, you can have it at 0 dB. The more drive you add, the sharper this wave becomes. Make sure it stays in this low range. Let's run the beat in the background and we can adjust that drive. In this particular beat, I find the level compensation on ends up sounding better. Don't be afraid to mess with this output knob, pulling it back a dB or two. So that's kind of an alternative for a soft clipper. Another option is going to be clip distortion. Follow these settings and it will get you a relatively close setting to soft clipping. Pull these dots all the way left and right so it covers the whole frequency spectrum. Pull the high shelving up and the low pass filter up as well. Even out that output gain and input gain. Kill all the drive. Drag the mix back from there, at which point we can add input and output gain. Start by dragging the mix down like 50% or lower. Okay, so let me A/B that with my regular soft clipper. Here's that clip distortion. Now that I've showed you guys a couple options for stock Logic plugins to get that soft clipping sound, one more option, the adaptive limiter. I want this out ceiling right around 0 dB. Look ahead, just kind of leave it where it is. Pull the gain all the way down and just gradually drag it up till we hit the right range. Let's do that. I like to pull gain up too far and then dial it back just enough so it's perfect. The adaptive limiter, kind of close to a soft clipping sound. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions, and I'll see y'all on Saturday. Thanks for watching. Peace.